Hey, what is up guys? DRC3 here, back with another My Hero Ultra Impact video, and today we're going to be showcasing the new Heroes Assemble Shota Aizawa. Now this guy is the new best Aizawa in the game. The original Mind Aizawa is still like a very close second, and then Purple Aizawa is, a bit below that. They all have their uses and they're all still pretty good, but this is going to be by far the new best Aizawa in the game. So let's take a look at what he can do skills wise, and then we're going to be showcasing him on the new hidden stage VE tower, and later on I will attempt to use him in PvP, but this is more of a PvE oriented character, which is why we're doing a PvE VE tower showcase. So for his plus ultra move, it is called Obliterating Sword. It cancels all temporary buffs of a single opponent. That's really good. Deals 600% damage to a single opponent. High chance of sealing the opponent's skills for 3 turns. That high chance is really good. That's a status element. 3 turns is solid. Medium chance of causing the opponent to bleed for 3 turns. That's also really good. So you can potentially get a double status element on just your plus ultra. So this guy's actually pretty good for status elements. His first action skill is called Erasure. It cancels 2 temporary buffs of a single opponent, decreases the opponent's power by 15% for 3 turns, and decreases the opponent's defense by 30% for 3 turns. That makes it a technical hit because it does a stat, or it lowers the enemy's stats. And then you have the status element part down here, medium chance of sealing the opponent's skills for 3 turns. So that is another status element, which is good. And then you have the second action skill called Binding Assault. Deals 375% damage to a single opponent. Medium chance of binding the opponent for 2 turns, so another status element. Increases character's plus ultra gauge by 30%. Love it when a character raises their own plus ultra gauge for VE tower. That's really good. Also increases skill impact by 30% if the opponent is affected by Power Down. Power Down is such an easy thing to achieve nowadays in VE tower and with different teams, and so that extra 30% skill impact is really good as well. His cooldown times are 4, and 4 turn cooldown times are pretty good. They're very acceptable. The only thing that could be better than a 4 turn cooldown, right, pretty much is a 3 turn cooldown. They generally don't go lower than that, but being that they're both 4 turns, you could throw on a action skill cooldown time memory on this guy and potentially have 3 turn cooldowns for both his action skills, which is really cool. And so he's honestly a solid unit for his action skills, what they do. Looking at his auto skills, his first auto skill is called Thorough Preparation. It cancels 1 of character's status elements every turn, so you don't have to worry about status elements with him. And then also increases speed of all pro hero allies by 20%. That's not really going to matter to us. I mean, it will increase All Might's speed, who's going to be on our team here, but that's not really going to be super useful in VE tower. And then his second auto skill is called Logical Thinking. It gives the character the ability to evade 1 time after receiving an attack from an opponent with Piercing Shot. We don't have to worry about that because we're not going to be attacked by someone with Piercing Shot, right? And then also gives character a barrier that nullifies 1 hit after receiving an attack from an opponent with Bullseye. Once again, we're not going to have to worry about that because these opponents don't have Bullseye in VE tower. Those are more like his PvP-ish kit type deals right there, or maybe we're going to get more harder endgame content later on that involves those things. But right now in VE tower, there's just not a lot that involves those mechanics, so we don't have to worry about that. The last part of this auto skill is really important though. Also increases character's skill impact by 8% when used in a successfully executed skill chain up to 6 times. Increasing his skill impact by 8% every time he does an action skill is really good because it's going to make him strong. And then the important part though is when it says when used in a successfully executed skill chain. So that is going to take his action skills up here and turn them into technical hits. That makes his first action skill a double technical hit, and then that makes his second action skill a technical hit as well. So that is really good for Aizawa, and overall he is basically a status element technical hit monster. He doesn't have a whole lot of crit obviously built into his kit, so you do want to probably run a crit memory on him, but the good news is you never really have to worry about running a technical hit memory on him because he does have the technical hits going on for him. So with all that said, here is the team I'm going to be running. It's going to be a 5 turn clear team. This is, granted, not the best possible team to run with this Aizawa, and I had a little bit of a hard time finding a way to place him on a team, to be honest with you guys, because he is a single target character, and right now the hidden stage is just not the right VE tower for him because the hidden stage has obviously multiple targets. There's 3 characters on every floor, so it works better going against the hidden stage with characters who have a multi-target ability. But Aizawa does kind of get around that though because he has that gigantic defense down of 30%, which is what I want to show you guys. I want to show you that a single target target team, all these characters only target one single enemy, right? Can actually 5-turn clear these 3 character 4s, which is kind of insane to me. So let's go ahead and hop in. Okay, as we get into this, we are going against like a very defense-oriented team, right? So this is perfect for seeing what Aizawa's defense down can do. All right, so we're going to be starting by targeting Kirishima. We're going to be using our Erasure, which is going to cancel 2 temporary buffs on the opponent, decrease his power by 15%, decrease his defense by 30%, and have a medium chance of sealing the opponent's skills for 3 turns. So that's a really nice status element if you are able to seal his skills. Like, that's pretty dang good to be able to seal for 3 turns off of an action skill. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do Erasure. The reason we're using it on Kirishima as well is because he has cover, and this makes our attacks go towards him. So if we use Erasure, it actually gets rid of that cover, so you can target whoever you want, which is really nice as well, especially on this stage with them drawing aggro and being the way they are. Then we're going to go ahead and use Anticipation with Yayurozu, and then we're going to go ahead and use Michigan Smash with All Might, which is going to make him ecstatic. All right, here we go. And we did seal Kirishima there. If you look underneath his health bar, you'll see the little seal icon. You also would have heard the chains if you could hear the audio cue for the chains from Aizawa's seal. But that's nice. So that is a status element, and I'll show you guys that his defense is down. He has a permanent 20% defense down just from the stage right now, but he's also having, if you look down a little bit further, 15% power down and 30% defense down from Aizawa right there for 2 more turns. So that is a 50% down on defense because we have Aizawa on the team, which is really honestly pretty good. So now we're going to target Kirishima, and we're just going to keep it going and see what damage we can do. We want to try to land the status element with Aizawa right here when he does his Binding Assault, but it's a medium chance to bind. I feel like this doesn't hit as often as I would like from the little bit of testing I've done, so keep that in mind. But the main draw here is he does increase his plus Ultra Gauge by 30%, which is nice, and then also remember his action skills are counted as technical hits. And they have to be using a successfully executed skill chain though, not like that, so I might have messed up on the technical hits. Just don't miss your taps like me, especially when you're doing VE Tower. That's like a rookie mistake to miss your taps. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and use these 2 action skills. These should kill Kirishima, hypothetically, right? And then because he does still have his defense down, I believe, for, yep, this 1 turn, it's still down, and then we'll use Aizawa's plus Ultra on one of the other 2. Perfect. Okay, so Kirishima's dead. Now we kill Tetsu, and then we'll save Mario for last. We're going to use all 3 of our action skills right here. We're going to go ahead and lower Tetsu's defense, and we're going to try to kill them all with our plus Ultras next turn if Yayurozu doesn't die. Okay, 15,000 damage. And okay, Yayurozu is still alive. That is solid. Okay, so this might be a 6-turn clear in the end. We'll see. I might not have done enough damage just because I simply didn't hit enough crits. And to make this team work, I did have to actually put action skill cooldown time memory on both All Might and Yayurozu, so just keep that in mind as well. All right, so we'll go ahead and do this. We'll do... oh, what do we want to do? Probably want to do this and then this. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay. If this works out. Oh, he's going to draw aggro anyways, so there's that. And there, he's dead. 999 damage from Yayurozu with the defense down. That's kind of insane. You guys just saw that, right? That's ridiculous. So Aizawa does make it easier for teams like this to end up working out in VE Tower. Like, that's actually ridiculous. I underrated him at first, I'll fully admit. I underrated the defense down. I did not think about it really, how good it would be, and I had it pointed out to me, you know, like, that's insane. And I was like, yeah, maybe it's okay. But then now that I've tested it a little bit, now that I've actually seen it in game, right, I am feeling the defense down. I think it is actually very good. Obviously, this is not the best team to run right here. This was just for testing purposes to show you guys how good he can be. I think on different VE Towers where you don't have so many enemies, he'll actually be better. But I do see him having like so much potential in VE Tower, and he's going to be so good. I am going to be missing a skill chain here and probably a technical hit when we see the score at the end, because I did miss that one tap. So just keep that in mind. We should kill Muriel right here though. Potentially with, yeah, Yorozu. But now he's dead. Perfect. And we'll see how many status ailments we actually got. In this case, Aizawa is our only source of status ailments, so just keep that in mind as well. We literally have no other character on this team providing status ailments. So we got 3 status ailments. The fact that we got 3 status ailments with just one character who has like medium chances of landing the status ailments, honestly, is not bad. That's pretty good. If you look at the technical hits, we had 16 technical hits. Aizawa was kind of a technical hit monster. Really, really good for that. So he is probably one of the best technical hit characters. He has the status ailments, which is nice as well. We had only 9 critical hits. So yeah, if we'd hit like, you know, 20 critical hits, which would require insane RNG, and I'm just not resetting that much for a mock battle, we could have done this in 5 turns, but that is a 6-turn clear. Obviously not the best score. A good score would be around 4,700 and something. 4,590, not the best score, but I feel like we got to see how good Aizawa is, how good his defense down is, and that's all I was really trying to show you guys. Anyways, guys, that is the showcase for the new Fantasy Aizawa, at least the PvE showcase. Let me know down in the comments if you guys would like to see the PvP showcase, see how this guy performs in PvP. If you guys enjoyed the video, please go down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and thank you guys for watching. Peace.